Hello friends of La Huertita de Tony, welcome to another video where today we will see how to propagate another aromatic plant. In this case, we will make sage cuttings. It's an aromatic plant that reproduces very well by cuttings, and I'm going to explain the step-by-step process so you can succeed in this endeavor.
And indeed, sage is a very interesting aromatic or medicinal plant for our garden. In another video, we already saw all the benefits of planting sage in our garden. Furthermore, it is a very versatile plant in our kitchen and has multiple medicinal uses.
Oh, the most important thing, and I'm sure you'll ask me, is the best time to take cuttings. Although it is really a plant that roots very well and we could do it at any time of the year, the ideal time to take cuttings would be in spring or in autumn. This is one of the 7 tips I usually give for making cuttings in our plants. I leave you a video on the screen with 7 tips or tricks for propagating all kinds of plants. So now what we need to do is choose the branches very well. And we are going to see the most important part when it comes to making cuttings, which is choosing the branches well.
This one, for example, which has produced a flower stem, is really the least interesting. Yep. If we can avoid taking it, much better. Though honestly, I tell you, it propagates so easily that we could take it. Look, this one here, for example, could serve us. We must choose stems that are still semi-woody, that are tender. We will avoid at all times hard stems, like this one here, which is already a completely woody stem. It's ideal for it to be from the first or second year at most. Okay? The more tender, the much better. This one here is also interesting. Important, the issue of the stem. We'll take from 10 to 15 centimeters of stem. Okay? It should have plenty of buds. This one is also very interesting. So we'll take it with us. And we can continue, as I said, semi-woody stems, not fully woody ones. This one is borderline, but it would also work for us. It has suffered damage because there were frosts a couple of days ago, but it's okay. We are going to take care of it as if it were our child. As you can see, I've picked a bunch of little branches because we are going to try 3 methods for cutting, which I will show you, and we will see which of the 3 roots faster. We are now in our work area, so let's prepare our cuttings. Let's take one. Look, this one is already very well prepared. But anyway, let's get more. What we need to do is remove these bottom leaves simply with scissors, pruning shears, or even with your hand. Okay? Leave us with a few leaves, 2 or 3 buds at the top, because the rest we will either bury or submerge in water. That would be more than enough. Remove any that are damaged, and at the very least, we leave 3 buds without any kind of stem. Okay? And at least 2 more with more stem, and with this, we have it ready. Let's prepare this too. We do the same. We can remove the stems like this, and this one would be ready too. Okay, I'll prepare the rest and we'll continue. Once we have a few ready, we're going to put it in an aloe vera leaf. I don't know if you've seen a video I have about how super rooting aloe vera is. I'll leave a link here for you to check it out. And while we prepare all the substrates for cutting our sage, original sage, we place it in an aloe vera leaf. The more stems we put in, the better. Like this. We will leave them for about half an hour. Well, I think we got a little carried away with the sage cuttings. But still, I want many little plants for our edible forest. So great, we leave them here for about half an hour. While we leave our sage in aloe vera, let's start preparing the 3 substrates, the 3 ways we have to propagate it. I've tried with compost or potting soil and it works. I've tried with water and it works. And with sand, Asia is the only one I haven't tried. But after all the success I had last year with propagating in sand, I'll leave you a video on the screen. We'll also try with sand. So let's start by filling the container. Ideally, Peshirasa should have enough depth so we can bury everything we need from the stem, those 3 buds. So this container will be enough, recycled, reused. We made some holes with a soldering iron and it's more than enough. So we try not to drop much. We fill it with sand. In this case, it doesn't need to have drainage. but well, I didn't have another one without holes, and it is more than enough. So we fill it well, leaving a space of about 1.5 to 2 fingers, and that's it. We also prepare the compost or potting substrate. This one won't fall on me anymore. Well, then we'll gather everything so it remains nice and fluffy. There's no need to press the substrate too much. So also leaving about 1.5 fingers uncovered. And we are going to test or pour the water into this container. This one, in this case, obviously without drainage. Now we simply take out our cuttings, okay? And we insert them, in this case, into sand, 1, 2, 3, 4 buds. We are going to put about 3 cuttings per container. We know that the more cuttings we make, the higher the probability of success. 1, 2, and 3. Perfect. With aloe vera gel. And this leaf, which we remove as it is damaged, like this, in the substrate we do the same. We take this stem, bury it as much as we can. The more we bury it, the much better. Look, here we have more with the shell, which helps us root. It is a powerful rooting agent that I recommend you use. Although we could do it without rooting agent, it is really much better. Another 3, perfect. And finally, we place them in the water, like this. In the water, since we have a lot of space, we will put the rest. The more stem we bury, the better. Like this. Now we simply apply a very good initial watering so that the entire substrate and all the sand gets moistened. Obviously, those we have in water do not need to be watered. And in the future, we must ensure our cuttings do not lack moisture. It is important that the substrate always remains moist but not waterlogged. This is important to prevent rot. If we see it is drying out, we water it. If it is moist, we leave it as is. Very important. We will leave it in a place with good temperatures. It is not necessary, and it is even better if it is not in direct sunlight. So in a kitchen at home, next to a window where there is light, will be a perfect spot for our sage. It is important, as I tell you, to maintain humidity and especially to have good temperatures. 2 weeks have passed, and look at how we already have our sage. It is sprouting new shoots everywhere, on all the branches, and it has been a complete success. In fact, the ones we had left over after cutting and preparing the branches, I also planted them in a pot, and look how we have them all full. On the other hand, it was a disaster. The sage in water got completely ruined. It developed mold. It's true that it's not completely rotten, but it really hasn't been useful at all. I'll say just like the one growing in sand, which was not a success. So we stick with the substrate method. As you can see, 100% effectiveness.